Well, Simon, what a dramatic end to the game. 94 minutes on the clock when James Jennings headed in there. Was that a fair reflection of the game, do you think?
Well, I think we absolutely deserved something out of it at the very least. The goal at the end is what we deserve in the second half. I think the first half, listen, we are coming away from home to a team who are top of the league. They're in great form. They've got all the momentum. So you're going to have to ride periods of pressure out. That's just how it is. And I thought we got in at half time, clean sheet. Happy with that. We're having some really dangerous moments ourselves. The crossbar at the start of the game. So. And I think overall we absolutely deserve something, and I'll come back to that. And I think the disappointing thing for me is that, in key moments of the game, we've had two absolute stonewall penalties.
Is that the handball incident and the one on Jack
Yeah,
Sutton?
and they're stonewall penalties, and the job of the referee is a difficult one. I absolutely acknowledge that, but they've got to get them decisions right when they're that glaringly obvious. So I am disappointed and frustrated with that, because we shouldn't be chasing in the last 2 or 3 minutes for a draw. In my opinion, we should be chasing for the win, because we've been denied, 2 penalties.
I suppose some credit to Sutton in that first half in particular. They put us under a lot of pressure, and you can see why they are where they are. 8 wins in 9 coming into this, but we showed a lot of resilience in that first half.
It's a tight game. It's a tight game. It's always going to be a tight game. There's always going to be moments of pressure. So, yeah, credit to Sutton, but credit to us for getting in at half time with a clean sheet.
Obviously, it was a new look front line this afternoon. Alex Reid, Jack Stretton, Paddy Madden all starting today. Obviously that'll take some time to gel over the coming weeks, but how do you feel they did today?
Yeah, I'm not looking to necessarily gel a front three. It was the circumstances for today that we went with. So, and I think all three had some really good, dangerous moments. Jack with his energy and his speed. We all know what Reid's goal scoring record is this season. And Paddy's really unlucky with 2 or 3 moments today, which is, we are a fine margin away from getting that goal. So yeah, lots to take, but we will be adaptable as the season goes on.
In terms of the league table, so obviously the gap remains 10 points. It's still a lot of games to play for though. So where do you feel that leaves us in terms of going for automatic promotion?
I think it leaves us in a situation where we just have to keep concentrating on ourselves. I've got no concern about what anyone else is doing at this stage, other than the level of our performance, which is good. And this is a good day for us today. That's a big point at the end. A lot of teams perhaps cave in and don't keep going. And we're away from home against a team top of the league in a good place. And we're putting all of the pressure on, and we get our goal. So after having really dominant spells in the second half. So whatever Sutton's results are as the season goes on, I'm not really focusing on. I'm focusing on how we're growing as a group, and we're growing really well, and making sure that we're getting our 3 points on the board, seeing where that takes us.
In recent weeks, it's actually Sutton that have developed quite a reputation for scoring a lot of late goals and finishing games strongly. So it's a great testament to the character in your side today, because when the goal, you could feel the goal coming at the end.
I could feel the goal coming in 50 odd minutes, and I'll come back to it. I don't want to sound here and hammer referees, but we've got 2 blatant penalties, and that's as a result of good play. That's a result of pressure, possession, and moving them about and getting into the areas we want to get to. So I think we're chasing it at the end, but that was the circumstances at the end, and I come back to it, it's the very least we deserved.
Back to Edgeley Park on Tuesday, and 2 big games this week against sides pushing for the playoffs with us in Eastleigh and Hartlepool. So big week for the club in the season, this really, isn't it?
Yeah, they're all big weeks, and they're all big games. Of course, we are facing teams that are in and around us. So I guess people place a different type of significance on the match, and that's natural. But yeah, I think for us it's about we're growing, and we've come away from home, team top of the league. We've got a very, very good point. We want to win it, of course we do, but we're also following up with two good wins, and some great moments in them games. So we've got a lot to play for, and again, just come back to it. We're just concentrating on ourselves, and whatever else happens.
Simon, thanks for your time.
Pleasure. Cheers.